I've reviewed more than 1,000 Valorant tips and tricks, and today we're gonna search for the best one. Why today? Well, my friends, the video you're watching right now is the 50th episode of the Valorant tips and tricks sent by you series. It's insane, my friends. This series started 3 years ago, and in those years you guys have literally sent it over thousands of tricks, and today we're gonna look for the best of the best. This is what we're gonna do. In this video I'll go over every episode of the Valorant tips and tricks by you series, search for what's in my opinion the best trick of that video, give it a rating, and eventually we should find the best trick in the game. Also, as a bonus, because some of these videos are very old, I will also showcase a glitch or a feature that isn't in the game anymore per video. This episode is gonna be epic, my friends. Big thanks to everyone for the support over the past few years. And now let's start the video. Let's start with the very first episode. The best trick of this episode is this breach trick over here. If you use your ultimate and jump, you will boost yourself a little higher, so you could jump on things like this truck over here. It's a cool trick, but not the best one, so I give it a 6 out of 10. As for the glitch of this episode, back in the day you could dash against the fence over here on breeze and boost yourself to the left with jet. Episode 2, the best trick is this omen trick on icebox. Use your smoke in the air, and while the smoke is coming down, you teleport on top of tube. A lot of people won't expect this, and you can get some sneaky kills. This is actually one of those tricks that I use myself a lot. I give it 7.8 out of 10. As for the glitch, on breeze you could place your cypher cam underneath the trapdoor, open it by shooting a dart and place your tripwire a bit higher. If enemies walk through it, they would bounce up and down and easy kills for you, but luckily this got fixed. Best trick for the third episode, place your cypher trap over here, then make your way to B side, wait till the enemies are walking through it, and wallbang through this wall over here. No counterplay for the enemies, but 6.9 out of 10. Nice. The glitch is actually insane. If you go to this corner with race, you could use your boombot through the wall over here, and back in the day the boombot would travel way longer, so you will spot the whole middle. Next one, on ascent a lot of killjoy players will use their ultimate on this spot, but did you know that you can actually shoot on this pipe over here and it destroys the ultimate? A very solid trick, 8.2 out of 10. As for the feature that Riot Games sadly removed, back in the day you could actually type in colors if you use these color codes, but I get why it's gone now. It was too easy to troll people with this. This trick must be the best trick of this episode, because I still see people using it to this day. On Haven you could plant a spike in this corner, walk all the way to A short and wallbang through this wall. There's like no counterplay to this, so what I would say an 8.7. As for the glitch, it was very easy to open the teleport doors with something like a Yoru steps. Let's move on. A very good trick you can do with Viper is stand on these boxes, then use your ultimate, and because you're standing so high, there's not a high chance that the enemies will spot you. Combine it with your mollies, an easy win for you.
One enemy remaining.
Very sneaky this. I give it an 8.3. And a feature that got removed, if you use your star on top of the pyramid, you could walk against it, spam crouch, and look at that, you're king of the hill. In episode 7 I showed this trick. If Killjoy places her ultimate in this corner, you could wallbang through the lever over here. And surprisingly, 2 years later, it still works. 8.5 out of 10. As for the removed glitch, if you use your race satchel on top of the door over here, the door would instantly break. But not anymore. Part 8, the trick for the people without any fear. Did you know that the side of a brimstone ultimate does less damage than the middle of the ultimate? So what you could do in the post plant, for example, is walk into your ulti, reposition yourself, and the enemies might not expect it, just like in this clip. 7.4. As for the glitch, we got this monstrosity. Honestly, I'm happy that this isn't in the game anymore. This next trick is extremely simple but so effective. With breach, use your aftershock and then flash inside of it. Because of the aftershock animation, the enemies might not see your flash, and easy peasy kills for you. I give it a 7.7. Now the glitch. Who remembers this one? This was so popular back in the day. I miss the how to noodle plays, man. Episode 10. The coolest trick of this episode was this sage one way. If you place your wall over here, you can nicely look at the orb. And if you got an operator, easy kills for you. I also use this trick myself a lot. Oh! But there are better tricks, so 7.4 out of 10. As for the glitch, here's another spot where you could go to as Jet. Yeah, Jet was a very glitchy agent back in the day. For the next trick, you know this hut over here? A lot of people would use their sage wall on this hut, so their teammates could jump on it and look all the way to short. This is not the trick though. A thing about this trick that not a lot of people knew is that you also could boost yourself on this spot. You just gotta stand on this trash over here, jump and place your wall. Yeah, my friends, you finally can get those skills yourself and not giving them away to your teammates. 8.2. As for the feature that got removed, you sadly cannot use your omen smokes in most of the walls anymore. Nah, said omen, no one ways for you. In episode 12 I found a simple tricky. If you're standing along on Haven and you don't see any enemies, just try to wallbang above this box over there. There's a high chance that you will hit the enemy standing in window.
Die nochmal geleast? Nee, ne?
I give it a 6.5. The glitch out of this episode was insane though. Back in the day, if you used the Viper ultimate and find the right spot at the side of her ulti, then the fog would disappear and suddenly you had vision in her ultimate. This was so broken, man, but it got fixed luckily. Let's move on. If you see a sage wall and you go to the corner, a teammate could actually boost you on top of the wall. The good thing is, this won't make any sound. Honestly, because this trick is very sneaky peeky, I think this is the first 9 of this video.
Come on, I'll talk.
As for the glitch, with KJ, if you throw your nanoswarm on this iron part over here, you could actually wallbang through the big wall with any gun. Also a sneaky way to get kills, but this got fixed. The trick from episode 14 is also a very simple one. What you gotta do is use your Viper ultimate on top of the platform on Fracture. And the thing is, the enemies will only be able to get on the platform if they walk through the stairs. But you have your poison, of course, and the enemies will be very low, so it's almost impossible for them to get on top. I give this one a solid 7.
Last player standing.
They're dead.
One enemy remaining. Hey.
1 versus 5, what the heck? Okay, never mind, I give this one an 8.2. Now the removed feature, with chamber you could place one side of your teleporter over here, then walk towards B, use the teleporter, place the other half of your teleporter in the teleporter, and teleport to the teleporter. I think you get what I mean, but sadly they changed the ability of chamber. The next trick is a very easy and nasty KO one way. It's also so simple, just do a right click throw over here, that's it. And because it's so simple, I give it a 7.7. As for the glitch, there was a time when you could hide your traps inside the bind thingies over here. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. Okay, the next one is a funny one. It's from Abstract. Don't put your drinking glass too close to your PC. Yeah, man, we all have had this. Honestly, this tip is an 8.5. The removed feature is actually an interesting one. As we all know, on ziplines you're very inaccurate with the gun. But did you know that back in the day, if you used the pistol, you actually were pretty accurate. So if you used the zipline, it was better to use your pistol instead of your assault rifle.
Ay, uy!
Enemy remaining.
But at this moment also your pistol is inaccurate, so just use your rifle, I guess. Episode 17. On Icebox, if you stand on rafters, you have a very nasty head glitch spot and you can spot enemies taking the zipline, but also enemies standing all the way on belt. This is a 7.2. And this glitch, oi oi oi, this is insane. If you place your sage wall over here, you could actually stand inside this pipe, and then it doesn't matter what the enemy does, you can't be flashed. Man oh man, Valorant was a glitchy game. Next one, the higher you get, the less chance that an enemy will expect you at a certain spot. So on Ascent, if you use your sage wall over here while a jet is standing on top of it, for example, you'll be able to get higher than Snoop Dogg and the enemies will have to flick all the way up. The problem though, you don't have a way out, so I would say a 7. As for the glitch, when Neon just came out, you were able to jump on these boxes on Haven with just your E ability. The trick I chose from episode 19 isn't like the best one, but it's very cool. If you want to get style points, you could dash underneath the door on Ascent while it's closing with Neon. Pretty cool if you can pull it off, so 6.2.
Sa Phoenix.
One enemy remaining.
Now the glitch, if you use your Viper ultimate at the right spot on Breeze, there would be a circle in the middle of your ulti. Like an air pocket. It was very strange, but it got fixed. Now a cool jet mechanic. Did you know that if you jump first and then dash forward, you will dash further with jet than if you don't jump first? It's a small difference, but every centimeter counts, my friends. 6.5. And the glitch is the same Viper glitch as a few episodes ago. Honestly, this glitch was in the game for at least a few months. Now a trick you can do with any smoker on any map. It goes like this. When the barriers are going down, try to put down the smoke pretty deep. Then sneak walk like a rat to the corner on the right or the left of your smoke and pray that the enemies won't check it. It's a trick you really only can do like once a game, but if you do it right, easy peasy kills for you at 7.1. As for the glitch, back in the day you could go to corners with Sage, place your wall in front of you, jump, it would break and you could surprise the enemies. The problem though, there was a change, so this is now a very hard trick to pull off. Still possible, but not as reliable. For episode 22 we have another red trick. This time with Sage, what you gotta do is when the barriers are going down, walk forward and place your wall behind you. The wall is only there as decoy and you can get some nice kills. It's a risky trick though, so a 6.7.
Spike down mid. One enemy.
As for the glitch, if you use your Brimstone E too close to the wall, then this might happen. Did you spot that? Here's a close-up. Very OP. Now a simple trick again. We probably all know this trick by now, because every one of us at least died once because of this trick. When the Yoru ult is about to disappear, flash on the ground and get the enemies. Dude. A 7.4. For the removed feature, on Breeze you used to be able to walk all the way through Hall. And the cool thing you could do is place your Sage wall. It looks like a good wall, but to surprise the enemies you just open up the door and then walk through your own wall. This is useless now though. However, you still can do this on the other side if you want to. Maybe it's effective and you get some kills. Next episode, a Cypher tricky. I know that a lot of people out there are struggling with retaking A side on Ascent. But there's a tactic with Cypher. You just gotta throw your cage down over here, activate it, slowly jump down and retake from hell. It's a nice tricky 7.2. Now the glitch, if you put down your Yoru clone over here, then activate it, it will go like, what the heck is this? Yoru, are you okay, my friend? Yeah, this was a pretty funny and harmless glitch. I'm sad that it got removed. Let's go to bind now. If you jump on these boxes over here, you can actually look over the truck towards heaven. Make sure to only use this trick if you know that the last guy is in heaven, otherwise you might get killed from bathroom. But it's a cool head glitch spot. I give it a 7.
Do we have flank set up? Yeah, we do.
As for the glitch, back in the day you were able to glide over your teammates and get on top of the pyramid with the neon dash. Yup, Valorant really used to be broken. So, have you ever seen an enemy Sage trying to block off the spike with their wall? So it's harder for you to defuse the spike. If this ever happened to you, a thing you can do is create a double wall, so it's even harder for the enemies to get back to you. A 7.2. This is how Gargirly won a 1 versus 4. Look at this. In this 1 versus 4, by the time the enemy break the wall, he already defused the spike. Okay, now this one. Who remembers this? If you threw down the Fate Orb at exactly the right height, the enemies would bounce up and down like bungee jumpers. A very fun strat that you could use, but it quickly got fixed. The trick from episode 27 is very situational, but very cool. Did you know that if your teammate KO is down, you can actually bounce him towards you with a raise satchel? It's extremely situational, but pretty cool, so I give it a 6.3. As for the glitch, this wall didn't exist for a while. A lot of abilities went through this wall, like the raise boombot and the raise satchel. Okay, episode 28 is a complicated one, but it's a cool mechanic that you just have to know. Your Yoru gate crash doesn't go in a straight line if it touches a wall. When it touches a wall, it will slowly turn around. You can see that in the clip in the background. It slowly turns to the left in this case. And with this mechanic you can make some amazing lineups, like this one on Haven. As you see, if you use your gate crash like this, it should land in hell. But instead it goes all the way around and lands in Cubby. This is just one spot where this mechanic is useful. You can use it on any map. A very cool way to surprise the enemies.
Oh, what the hell?
I did it.
I give it a solid 8.1. As for the removed feature, it's very hard to create one-ways with the Sage wall if the gap isn't that big, like this gap on Ascent. Let's move on. You know that on Breeze a lot of Viper players would use their wall like this? Well, here's a big counter. The only thing you have to do is use your Sage wall over here, and then you can look over the Viper wall. 7.2. As for the removed feature, when Pearl just came out, its red spot ledge was a bit higher, so some agents could hide behind the ledge if they looked down. But luckily the ledge is lower now, so you can't do this anymore. Believe me, it was very annoying. Next episode, again a trick on Pearl. It was very simple, but this wall, always wallbang it. I think every Valorant player at least made one wallbang kill over here, but I will give it a 6.3. As for the glitch, who remembers this one from episode 8? Yes, my friends, it's back. For episode 31, we don't really have a trick, but more a mechanic. Not everybody knows this, but the Reyna ultimate does not detect the Yoru clone. So use this mechanic, 6.5. Now the glitch, back in the day, if you used 2 double jumps with Jet, you could chill over here on Satellite. Oh, who remembers the time that Jet got 2 double jumps? Insane. And another mechanic instead of a tip. Did you know that when you get flashed by the Reyna flash, she will be way easier to see? Cool mechanic, but you can't do much with it, so I would say a 5.7. Also no glitch in this episode, but a cool ace. Look at this.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god!
Episode 33. If you throw your cage down on this wooden crate over here, then you'll create a sort of one way towards the enemies. The enemies can still kinda see you, but it's very hard for them, so you get a small advantage over the enemies. 7.2. Now the glitch on Icebox, if you did the cool Viper lineup with your wall, there would be a little gap on this box over here where you could see under. A very nasty red spot, and the craziest thing is that it actually got used in an official Valorant tournament. Look at this.
That's disgusting.
On Pearl, when you stand close to these boxes, you can fly very high with the Sofa drone. You can look to be long, you can look to be side. Pretty nice drone, I give it a 7. Honestly, I think Jet is the most glitchy agent in the game of all time. Again, a Jet glitch. She was able to updraft on the fences and stand on it. What the heck. Now I'm gonna show you a trick that's actually not very good, but it's so unique, so I want to show it in this video. There was a time that some players would try to hide inside their own Yoru clone, like this. You kinda hide yourself, and sometimes it worked out. I can't give it higher than a 3.2 though. The glitch is also for Yoru. If you place down your Yoru clone over here and activate it, it would actually not move and stand just behind the boat. And because it didn't move, there was a higher chance that the enemies would think it's a real Yoru, so it was very annoying. Womp womp womp, womp damage. Womp womp womp, no damage, easy peasy. I give it a 7. Also no glitch in this episode, but a cool knife kill. Episode 37, the moment when Chamber got a rework. With this new teleport, you could teleport from B-side on Fracture all the way to the tunnels. Nice one to get away after you plant the spike, 7.2. Now the glitch, if you place down your cipher cam to the left of this door over here, it would instantly break. Very broken. With KO, if you stand on the wooden crate, aim at this corner and throw your flash, you'll create a one-way flash for heaven. I bet not a lot of people would expect that. 6.9. Now an insane chamber glitch, if you place down your trap and someone walks through it, of course it's gone for the round. But there was a time that when it detected someone, you had a split second to retract it, and then you could use it again in the same round. The best trick of episode 39 is a bit complicated, but here's how it goes. First you gotta put in this crosshair code, then in the post plant use your brimstone ultimate on the spike, and it doesn't matter where you are standing, but if you look directly at your ultimate and let the sides of your crosshair hit the sides of your ulti, then your molly will always land on the spike. Cool tricky, 7.8. And again a jet glitch, who remembers this one? The how to noodle boost, my friends. For episode 40 we got a Yoru tricky that Ziptai uses a lot. I think you know it by now. You can't use your gate crash on high spots unless you use your clone first, then you can put your gate crash on high spots. It's a cool trick that you can also use inside your ultimate. I give it a 7.4. Now the glitch, if you throw your Fate E over here, it will glitch through the ground. A pretty cool one to spot enemies standing in hell and get those wallbang kills. Episode 40, if you stand over here on ascent, of course the enemies will be able to see your head. But here's the trick, if you stand all the way at the back of the box, crouch and look down, then the enemies won't be able to see you. Use this mechanic to hide for the enemies and then surprise them when the time is right. I actually give this one an 8.2.
I'm talking. Got it.
Here.
Now the glitch that luckily got removed, if you place down your alarm bot over here, close down the door would break with only one shot. It didn't matter what gun and it was very annoying for the enemies. Episode 42, when you use your updraft with jet, you won't get very high, so what a lot of people would do is jump first and then use their updraft, but even then you won't get very high. If you want to maximize your updraft, you have to press jump and updraft at the same time. This is not the trick though, here it comes. What you gotta do is go to settings, search for jump, and then not only bind your spacebar to jump, but also your Q. By doing this, you will always updraft higher than normal. And because this trick is so simple and gives you a permanent boost, I have to give this one a 9.2. As for the glitch, with KJ, if you stand against this wall, you could place your ultimate underneath the floor. Not sure if it was useful or something, but it's probably fixed by now. Next trick, if you keep walking forward with Sky, use your flash and immediately activate it, it will actually flash behind you. This is a nice trick for when you peek something, see 5 enemies running towards you, so while you're trying to run away, flash behind. Cool tricky, 7.4. Now the glitch, when you open the Lotus door, you could place down the cipher cam inside the door. This got fixed, of course. In the episode after that, we found out that you could do exactly the same Sky trick, only then with KO, so again a 7.4. The glitch was actually in team deathmatch. With Omen you could teleport on top of the roof. Pretty overpowered. Next episode, if you plant a spike in the corner on Lotus, it's not very smart to use your smoke over here because then you won't be able to see the spike. But still, a smoke over there could be a nice way to also block the enemies trying to push you. Well, here's the solution, my friends. With Omen, instead of placing your smoke normally, try to place your smoke half in the ground. This way it blocks off enemies pushing, but you still will be able to see the spike. A very unique trick, I have to give this one an 8.8. Now the glitch, if you place your boombot right in the bind teleporter, you would be able to open the door from the outside. So basically an old glitch came back. Episode 46, you know that with race everybody does their double jumps like this? Nothing wrong with it, but you get a lot of airtime. Instead you could also do a 180, use your satchel and boost yourself forward. It's a hard mechanic to learn, but if you do it right, it could be very useful in game. I give it an 8.1.
Yeah, it was bad looks.
Now the glitch, there was a time when you could surf on the deadlock barrier. I'm kinda sad they removed this, I always loved surfing in CSGO. This sage trick is also pretty lipe. You know that in the post plant everybody uses the wall like this to defuse the spike? Well, here's a thing you can do. Instead of placing the wall so that the enemy only has to destroy one wall segment, place it like this, so the enemy will have to destroy your whole wall before they see you. This trick especially works good on spots like Sea Haven, because the enemies will have to walk very long before they get to you. Sneaky tricky, 8.2. As for the glitch, another Omen teleport that isn't supposed to happen. Episode 48 was kinda boring. The best trick was this Viper wall, and I give it a 6. And also no glitch, but 6 knife kills, I guess.
Let's go.
For episode 49, we got this crazy deadlock combo. Throw your E ability over there when the barriers are going down. You might trap enemies and then use your ultimate. I give it an 8.4. And the glitch, if you say to your wingman that he has to plant the spike while jumping in the teleporter, your wingman will also teleport and walk all the way around. Fun fact, at the time of the recording of this video, this glitch is still in the game. Phew, my friends, you made it all the way to the 50th episode. What the heck, congratulations if you're still watching by now. Before I show what's the best trick in the game, if you're still watching at this point and didn't subscribe, feel free to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, my friends. And now, the #1 spot for the best trick in the game with the highest rating is this one. With a 9.2, the jet trick. The only thing you have to do is bind your jump to your Q ability and you will have a permanent boost on your Q. You will always jump higher, like this mechanic is insane. But, my friends, there's a bonus trick. I didn't show it in this video, but this trick, honestly, this trick is the best trick in the game. It's a 10 out of 10, and it's the teleport trick, my friends. Throw something through the teleporter on bind, jump through it, and you get an easy kill every time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.